Hello, hello. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Richard. So we were just waiting for some more folks to pop on, and then we'll get going. Hopefully we'll get some more on soon. I think it's still usually around like 45 afters when people really start kind of filtering in. So if we keep on pace, silver might hit $40 an ounce by the end of the month. Originally, I thought I'd get there by the end of the year. Hey, Chef. Yes, I did. I got your email. I put your name on them. But yeah, with it being already almost 40 and it's not even the end of July yet, I don't know. At this point, talking about 50 bucks an ounce may not be outside the realm of possibility. Which I know will make silver stackers happy. Probably not so much for the people that collect the world silver coins, because then they'll be complaining that the basics are higher in price now because silver's up. Needed both for the book. Hey, there you go. Yeah, we actually got kind of pillaged in pre-sale this week. There's only 38 lots left. And a few of the Britons were the only ones that sold out of the... Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But a good chunk of the American stuff is already gone. There's 4 lots left for American. No, wait, sorry. 10 lots left for American. Total. Yeah, normally if it gets that low, I'll add more, but because it happened so close to when the sale was going to happen, I didn't have time to, add more, send out the new list, all that kind of stuff. The Proof Ike is gone. The 2 BUs are still available. So the 71 SBU and the 76 SBU are both still there. Hey, Moose Socks. The ones I'm actually surprised didn't go in pre-sale, you know, even given the state of them, are all the 3 real coins. There's 2 reals and 1 8 real. Actually surprised those didn't go. But once I can get my inventory built back up again, which I'm still working on, then I'll be able to start getting the lists out sooner again. And then if they... Oh, okay, now all the reals are gone. And then if the... What was I about to say? Oh. So once I can start getting the lists out sooner, then if we get pillaged on pre-sale, that leaves me with enough time to, you know, add some new stuff to it and send out a new version of the list. So Richard, just to make sure, you are aware that both of the 2 reals are hold and the 8 real has a filled hole, which is also why the prices are so low. So you just want to make sure you're okay with that. Okay. Hello, type. Thank you. Do you want both of them, Chef? Or just one of them? Hey, Adam Jam. Both? All right. All right, so 33 lots left for when the stream actually starts. All right, got 6 people on now. Not surprised that the big set didn't go, because I'm sure nobody even knew what the heck it was. So yesterday was my birthday. I'm 49 now. 1 year to 50. Thank you. If anybody wishes to lavishly endow me with birthday gifts, you know, I'll take gold, silver, money, precious gems.
Just checking out a coin real quick. If it goes.
Well, I'd have to switch the view.
I can't tell what date it is.
It's beat up, whatever it is.
2014. Sorry. Checked all of it.
Nordic gold.
Hi, guys.
You can see your arm. Where is it? I'll just do this. There you go.
Hi.
You guys haven't seen her in a while. She's off graveyards now. She's doing the early morning shift now.
So, I'm going to be going to bed soon.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Richard. Hi, Doug.
Yeah, she's got to go to bed at like 6 o'clock now. And she gets up at 1, and right now she's going to work at 5 in the morning. Starting next week, she's going to work at 4 in the morning.
Starting Saturday.
Every day. So 4 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. Early shift.
Yep.
All right. 1 more minute, and then we'll get this thing going.
Oh. I told you.
What?
13, 14, and 15.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Before I forget.
All right, for anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use cheapskatecoins@gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Gachera. That's me. You are in the right place. Shipping is shipping is $6 to $23. $6 being a little purple bubble mailer, $23 being a large flat rate box. I have to fix that part of my macro because the registered, if you want your package sent registered, it went up $10. So it's actually $45 now for registered. I found that out when I shipped out Aaron's package. It's been almost a year since I've done a registered package though, so I didn't even know the price went up. But yeah, so if you want it registered, it's now a $45 charge on top of that. And it's the only way you can insure your coins all the way through the mail. And remember, if you have it sent registered, you will have to sign for it when it arrives. If you're new, you can't get stuff by the end of the night. You just have to, or you can't get stuff tonight. You just have to email us by the end of the night. Email has to have your personal info, shipping info, your channel name. Yeah, shipping is always going up. So yeah, so personal info, shipping info, your channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we don't get that email, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payment. We also do whole packages. If you want to maximize your shipping, just let me know. Hey, hold your package till it fills up. I always recommend send me an email, so that way I know, in case it just flies by in chat and I don't see it. And I've been reminding people lately, just because you tell us to hold it until it's full doesn't mean you have to leave it here till it's full. If you decide you're getting impatient, you just want your stuff, all you have to do is tell us send your stuff. And make a note to yourself that you did tell us to hold it, because we've had people that have emailed us and been like, so where's my package? And I'm like, so you told me to hold it. And they're like, oh, all right, yeah, just send it. Make sure you make notes of to yourself that you had me do that. And like, hopefully you guys are already doing this, but also keep notes of what you bought. So that way you know not to like buy 3 of the same thing. If you know, if you're like one of the people that keeps a package here for 6 months to a year filling it up. You don't want to get it back and then realize, oh, I bought 12 of that coin over the course of the year. Make your own notes. All right, here's our Facebook link. If you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. Today's lot list is on there. It is the top post. We do put the lot list on there every day we have a sale. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, shoot me an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com, and say add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you will get the lot list a few days before every sale. Lately, it's been like a day or two before every sale, but I'm working on trying to improve on that time again. But as soon as that hits your email, you do have the ability to pre-purchase items. It is first come, first serve, just like our sales. So if you want something, don't wait, jump on it. And we do not charge for pre-purchases right away. We wait until the night of the sale and then invoice everybody together at the end. And then, of course, make sure you look down in our rules and policies for all the, or in our description for the rest of our rules and policies. So that way you know. Alrighty. So, no banknotes tonight. I did not put any banknotes on the list tonight. And for people that just came in, we did get pretty pillaged in pre-sale, so there's only 33 lots left now. But hey, that's fine. If nothing else, if you guys still want stuff at the end, I'll just grab out some stuff and show it to you. You know me. But, all right, first one, and I'm sure probably nobody knew what the heck this even was when you saw it on there. So this is a set of 2 colorized victory medallions in airtights. I thought they were neat. I figured somebody might like them. I can repeat by telling you, go back and watch it again. But I thought somebody might like them. So it's point to, however you say that, point to hawk. I don't know. And then that one is battle for Karn, or battle for scene, or however you say that. But very cool pictures on them. Guessing that's either World War I or World War II. And then on the other side, marching together, victory, with a proof finish. But $6 for the set. Anybody interested in these? Some cool collectibles. Thought somebody might like them. And these are going to Chef. Congrats, sir. Those actually look almost like actual photographs from back then. I don't know, though. They're cool. That's all I know. All right, we got one more medallion tonight. This one actually hails from Mexico. And it is Silva. I do not know when those were made. I have no idea. You'd have to look them up. So this is the 1962 centennial of the Battle of Puebla, Cinco de Mayo. So that was their Independence battle and their Independence Day. It is a 90% silver medallion, and it's going for $45. I found these listed online for as high as like $200 in, you know, like really perfect condition. And this one is going to Doug. There's your reverse, of course, the classic reverse you're used to with Mexico items. Congrats, Doug. All right, World Silva. So right at the beginning, before we got started, Richard picked up all the reals. So we are kicking off with the 1947 1 peso. It is 50% silver AU, going for 12 bucks. And like I was saying at the beginning, I think silver is going to hit 40 bucks an ounce by the end of the month. Anybody? Going to Chef Gratzer. Next up, this is the 1947 5 peso. This is the 90% silver one. It is AU toned, going for 40 bucks. It is just shy of an ounce of silver in this thing. 0.8681 ounce. If silver goes up a couple more bucks, you're going to end up basically gotten this for melt. Because let me see. Melt on this particular coin right this second. As we speak, is $34.02. And going to Chef Gratzer. Silver's been jumping so fast, it's been almost hard to balance it with, you know, the world coins I've had around for a bit. I keep having to recheck them all. All right, last coin from Mexico is the 1953 5 peso. This one is 72% silver. It is a BU and 30 bucks. Yeah, silver has actually been undervalued for quite a while. Considering as a precious metal, it is rarer than gold. There's less silver on planet Earth than there is gold. Anybody on this one? 30 bucks. Which at this point is probably still like 5 bucks over spot. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll make that note right now. Put shipping on Doug's invoice. Got it. I made a note. All right, moving on. Next up, we got one coin from Australia. It is a 1947 florin in fine. It's from the 50% silver years. And going for $8. Anybody? moving on. All right, next up, got some coins from Canada tonight. I'm gonna need the scope because we're kicking off with Canadian dimes. So if anybody's been needing to fill in some Canadian dime years, maybe you'll fill some slots tonight. First one is a 1940. 80% silver, fine, $3. Argument could be made for a low VF, but I wanted to play it safe. That back's a little too much wear on the back for me to feel comfortable calling it a low VF. But hey, enjoy it while you can, because the days of being able to get any silver coin for $3 are quickly coming to an end. And going to chef. Congrats, sir. All right, next up is 1941 in fine for $3. Anybody? All right, moving on. To the 1944 EF, going for $4. Or XF, whichever terminology you prefer. All right, moving on. To the 45 EF for $4. A little bit of toning on the reverse there. All right, moving on. And the last of the dimes is the 1946 EF for $4. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, and the last lot from Canada is the 1963 Canada $1 BU proof like. Going for $30. Check that out. That is frosty. That is a gorgeous coin right there. Anybody? Yeah, I think it's beautiful. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want the rest of that Canada, just let me know. We are now on to Britain. This is the last country for our world silver tonight. So it did sell some of the Britain in pre-sale. Two of the florins and one of the half crowns went in pre-sale. We are kicking off at 1920 florin. 50% silver in good, $9. Let's get a little closer on these. All right, moving on to the 1923 and a VG for 8. All right, moving on to the 1929 VG for 8. Oh, 23 is going to Chef. Congrats, Chef. Anybody on to 29? She might be a fine. I think I undergraded that one. moving on. To 1940. This one's in an AU for 12. Put it right side up. There we go. All right, moving on. To the 1942. EF for 10. All right, moving on. To the 43. This one's an AU for 10. All right, moving on. And the last one of the Florins, for those of you that like the really snazzy ones. Here's a 44 BU. 24 bucks. Hey, Dandy Dave. We are currently on a beautiful 1944 BU Florin. Going for 24 bucks. All right, moving on. So we're going to be on to half crowns now. Kicking off half crowns is going to be the 1922. And it's in good for 12 bucks. Oop, 1944 BU going to Richard on the Florins. You got it, sir. You see? What do you see? All right, moving on. All right, 31 half crown was the one that went in pre-sale, so we were on the 36. That's an EF going for 15. All right, moving on to the 1940 AU. Over 22. Heck yeah, it is. I like the half crown coins. I've always liked them. You know, and the silver crowns are so dang hard to get a hold of. The half crowns, that's a set you could put together. All right, moving on to the 42 half crown. Also AU. Over 22 bucks. Get out of there, hair. Eh. All right, moving on to the 43. This one's an EF for 15. If anybody wants bundle deals on any of these, like a bundle for the half crowns, a bundle for the florins, or a bundle for the Canadians, I can't do like really like crazy bundles, but I can do at least a little bit of a bundle. All right, moving on. And the last coin from Britain and the last world silver coin, 1946 half crown. This one's a VF at 14. All right, moving on. To American coinage. All right, 1914 weed cent went in pre-sale. A lot of stuff in the American went in pre-sale. Like all of the, everything from all the proof stuff just about is gone. Except for the proof commemorative half dollars are still available. So yeah, not a lot left. But, alright, so I started off with 2 of these. I've got 1 left. 1 of these went in pre-sale. This is the set of 5. It's a typo. It's supposed to say 43 steel cents. Let me fix that real quick. There you go. Now they're right. Alright, so it's a set of 5 of them. You get, of course, you get a Philly, a San Francisco, and a Denver. So make sure you get 1 of each. And then the other 2 are both Philadelphia's, I believe. Yeah. So $1 a coin. It's never bad on the steel cents. Anybody? Did you see a 44? No, you did not. You saw me accidentally put it on the list as a 44 because I typoed. And going to Danny Dave. No, if there would have been a 44 in there, that set would have been like $350,000. A set of 544s? Oh, that would have been in, you would have been in about the $1.5 million range for 5 of them. All right, next up. Where are those are gone, those are gone, those are gone, those are gone, those are gone. Barber quarters next. It is a 1914 plain date. And good for $8. She's looking for a home. All right, moving on to a Walking Liberty $50. 1917 plain dates in VG for 22 bucks. Good full date. That is rare for the teens. Anybody? Actually, wouldn't be a bad one for your stockpile, Richard. Having that good full date on there. Doug's taking the barber quarter. You got it, sir. All right, moving on. All right, next up is... This is the 1976 S 40% silver Kennedy half dollar BU, $7. Anybody? Just the melt on these right now is $5.78. So that's $1.22 over melt. And that is going to Dana Dave Gratzer. Right. Next up, got three. These are clad commemorative proofs. These are not silver. First one is the 1986 Statue of Liberty, San Francisco Mint. Proof decam. $5. Going to Kelly. Congrats, Kelly. Next up is the 1989 San Francisco Congress. Going for $5. Hey, Bo. Anybody? $5. All right, moving on. And then the 1991 San Francisco Mount Rushmore. Going for $5. I did. Your package is out, sir. And this one's going to Moosock. Scratzer. If you want your tracking number, just email me so that I remember it. I'll send it to you after the... Well, Moosock's grabbed the Mount Rushmore bow, but if you want the Congress, that one's still available. All right, Congress commemorative going to Bo. You got it, sir. All right. Last item of the night. Because everything else went in pre-sale. Did you want them both, Bo? Moosock saying he'll let you have the Mount Rushmore. All right. So that one also going to Bo. All right, so last one, this is from 2014, and it's called the United States Mint Coin Discovery Set. I got to rearrange a little bit here. Up you go. All right, so this is the box. And then inside the box, first off, the box can be reconfigured to be a box for like proof and mint sets. And then it comes with this book, which is actually a cool book. I was flipping through it. Basics of coin collecting, how coins are made, the coining process, parts of a coin, types of coins and finishes, and a glossary, so that's pretty cool. So that's a neat little booklet. And then it's got the 2014 and these are gorgeous BUs. So that one is a Philadelphia. That one's a Denver. And then the San Francisco proof. And then under this little panel here is a set of coin gloves, a magnifying glass, And a couple of tubes
Quarter tubes.
for quarters. So that's a pretty nifty little set. And that is going for 20 bucks. This would be an awesome gift set if you know anybody you're trying to get into collecting. Or if you like have a kid you want to give it to get them into collecting. This would be an awesome gift for them. Anybody.
Cool. Hey, how about hugging them kiss?
Yeah, give me 1 sec. All right, moving on. Actually, that was the last item. Have a nice sleep.
Oh, I will.
And I will see you at 1.
Alright. Bye, everyone.
All right, recap. There's not much left. All right, from Mexico, the 1953 5 peso is still available. Let me put that back again so it's not nuking everything out. From Australia, the 1947 florin is still available. Canada, everything is still available except for the 1940 10 cent. So that's the rest of the dimes and that beautiful BU proof like $63. From Britain, we've got still available for the florins. We've got the 1920, 29, 1940, 42, 43. And then for the half crowns, the 1922, 36, 40, 42, 43, and 46. And then the Walking Liberty half and the set I just showed. That's all that's left, guys.
You know where my work phone is?
No.
Okay, then.
So anybody on anything else? And again, if anybody wanted like all the Canada, I could do a bundle. If anybody wants all the florins, I can do a little bit of a bundle. It wouldn't be fantastic, but I can do a bit of a bundle. And then same with the half crowns. For just the dimes, not the dollar included. Would be... It'd be $3 off the top, so it'd be $12 for all 4. It'd make them all a flat $3 each. Hey, Fino. Fino, your package is on the way. All right, all the Canada dimes going to Kelly for $3 a piece. Cool. All right, so the only thing left for Canada is the BU proof like $63. All right, last call on everything, guys. Anything else for anybody else? All right. It's a short stream tonight, but that's all right. All right, so everybody, thank you for coming out. As always, give me a bit to get the invoices out. And I will see you guys next time.